Hello, my friends. Betty McKnit here with another yarn review. My friends at Knitting Fever have sent me some lovely new yarn, and I'm super excited to show you Colourspun by Jody Long. This is a 5-weight bulky yarn that comes in 100 gram or 197 yard skeins. It is really wonderfully colorful, stripy, self-striping yarn from Italy. And the fiber content is 53% virgin wool and 47% acrylic. So the virgin wool means that it comes from a lamb's very first shearing. So that is the softest and finest wool that lamb is ever going to produce. And man, can you really feel it in these balls of wool? They are so soft and squishy and cuddly, and I just really just want to cozy up and take a nap on them. They're just that soft. The acrylic content means that this yarn is really easy to care for. So believe it or not, it is machine washable. You can wash it on a gentle cycle in your machine with cold water. Now, you shouldn't put it in the dryer. You will want to dry it flat, but you can wash it in the machine and then just lay it out to dry. Now, for gauge on this yarn, you're going to be knitting with a US 10.5 size needle to get 14 stitches over 4 inches. If you're crocheting, you'll be using a K or 6.5 millimeter hook for 8 to 11 single crochet per 4 inches. 11 colorways of self-striping yarn. Personally, I feel like the way that this yarn stripes up, that it lends itself better to knitting than crochet. So I actually, believe it or not, I knitted something with this. I ended up knitting this really simple 1x1 ribbed cowl with this yarn. And something I really like about the self-striping is that it's kind of randomized. It's not your typical evenly spaced stripes, predictable kind of striping pattern. It has these areas with the bright color and then one little bit of purple coming through. And I just really like that. I like a little element of surprise in my projects, and I just like these little bits of the contrasting colors that came through. And I mean, it is just as soft and squishy as it was in the ball. I love how it feels. It's a really nice, warm, cozy feeling project. And this is a newer yarn, so there aren't a lot of patterns for it on the Knitting Fever site yet. But this is one of those yarns you could just pick up and start working your favorite basic hat or scarf pattern with it. One ball is enough for a hat or a basic cowl like the one that I made. And 3 to 4 of them is enough for a nice, wide, long scarf. I hope you're now as excited to knit or crochet with Jody Long Colourspun as I am. I was gifted these wonderful yarns to play with by Knitting Fever. They are a supplier to your local yarn store. So if you're looking for these yarns, you can head to Knitting Fever's website and find a local yarn store near you that carries them. Don't forget to share your creations with us and tag us in your social media posts because we love seeing what you come up with. Thanks for joining me today. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you've used Colourspun or have any questions. Until next time, happy crocheting or knitting.